Well, it's a joy to be with you here today. And of course, this is Election Day across our nation. And I trust you've been praying for God to work and are ready to exercise your great privilege to vote if you've not already done so. And I believe God will answer the prayer of God's people. As we pray for peace for the furtherance of the gospel, that is a legitimate prayer. And so today we need to just ask God for mercy. We don't deserve anything as a nation, but God is merciful. He's long-suffering. And America still has many believers who are engaged in ministry around the world. And let's ask God to protect this nation for the cause of Christ. Today, as we think about all of the spiritual battle that's going on in the worldview battles, it really gets down to one matter. And we find that in 2 John verse 7. For many deceivers are entered into the world, and here is the essence of their deception, who confess not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh. This is a deceiver and an antichrist. Now, I've been doing a lot of study, and you probably have too, about how the secular worldview is going into a lot of very occultic kind of thinking, paganism, the worship of the earth. We see a lot of the religions of the world coming together in ecumenism and looking at a one world system, and we see all of this, and it's really very disconcerting. You see Satan's hand behind it. However, we need to realize the real battle is not on those things, though they are very much a spiritual battle. But the real battle is about, what do you think of Christ? You see, if we just try to educate, and we should, if we just try to inform people, and we should, we're not going to win the battle when it comes to this matter of a proper worldview. Now, I'm all for clarifying things, and we need to be crystal clear, and a lot of believers don't get it, what's happening today. But the main thing is for us to realize that the spirit of this age is antichrist. It is an undermining that Jesus Christ is God, Emmanuel, God with us, and that he came in the flesh for the salvation of our souls. Satan hates that truth. And so the best way to counter, first and foremost, and all these things then that I mentioned should be added, is that we need to proclaim the truth that Jesus Christ is God and that he is the only way to salvation. We cannot convince the minds of lost people about right worldview. Certainly we can start with creation and talk about the importance of that, and that can lead us to the cross, but everything will eventually get to the fact of the person and work of Jesus Christ. The Apostle John was facing this as things were shifting even at the end of the first century, and he gets right to the issue both in the Gospel of John and in these epistles of John about the need to underscore who Christ is and that he is the only way. And friends, that's where we need to be focused, on the truth that Jesus saves. He is the Christ. May God enable us to realize that our deep desire in winning this battle must center on Jesus Christ, the good news that he saves.